Hey people, this is Parsival from Forex Militia. In this Forex Maneuvers video, I'm going to talk about gold, silver, and Bitcoin. There's something that I'm seeing forming in these markets that I wanted to give you a heads up about. And that video is starting right after the intro. Hit it. Hey Forex Militia, this is Parsival. I just wanted to give you a little heads up on something that's going on in the markets with gold, Bitcoin, and silver. Alright, as you can see right now, what I have up here is gold. And gold is now going to, is at 1944. So what I'm looking at is, I'm looking at the weekly chart. And what I see here is that gold is actually, it just went through the old high that was set all the way back in 2011. Okay, that is that. But what I see here is this. I see divergence. And usually when there's divergence in a market, this is a 10-year span though, that means that there is going to be some bearish sentiment going on, because the move that actually is posting doesn't have the momentum or the strength or the money behind it to basically sustain that move. Now, saying that, I also want you to take a look at this. Silver. Silver, way back when, was at $48. Right now, this is at $24. But I have this sentiment indicator that is calling for a short. Now, I made a video about sentiment that I'm going to put a card up in the top, so you might be, maybe you might want to take a look at it, that when everybody is basically going in one direction, the retail traders, mostly the retail traders, when they're going long, all of their stops will be down here. So there'll be areas where the big banks and the institutions can get their positions filled. It's a money transfer. So if the retail traders are going long on silver over here, then most likely there's a very good chance that this will go short. If you look at this also, this MACD and this, you can see that there is a bit of divergence also going on here too. Just a small amount. You can see that going down, and this here, you see this going up. So this is kind of like, so with this going on, I'm basically looking at it and saying that there probably will be some bearish trade action going on in gold and silver. Also, taking a look at Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin did something that it hasn't done since June, I believe, where it hit 10K. It's over 10K. So with this, with Bitcoin, on some charts, it actually gapped. And as you can see, there is divergence also going on here. Let me just show you that. That there. And with this peak over here, this here. Now this bar isn't finished just yet, but you can see what I'm talking about right there. So on these three, what I would call safe haven assets, people are basically going into these as safe haven. There is going to be there's possibly coming some trouble, basically some bearish sentiment, some bearish movement actually. An article that I got from TradingView basically is marking that on the futures, see this chart right here, there is a gap up that came in over the weekend. And a person that I know, Peter Schiff, predicted, what Peter Schiff predicted on Bitcoin may come true, owing that an almost accurate technical indicator. On its way up during the weekend trading session, the Bitcoin market left a massive gap in its daily Chicago Mercantile Exchange futures chart. So with that, looking at that, historically traders tend to fill CME Bitcoin futures gaps. So this thing broke through 10,000, but on the CME, it tends to basically fill those gaps, but gaps normally get filled at one time or another. As you can see over here, there was another gap, okay? But this gap did not get filled till over here. So this gap happened in March. Yeah, you can't really see that over here, March. And it didn't get filled until May over here. So even with me saying that this gap will get filled, that might not happen for at least a couple of months. So that's my bearish sentiment on what's going on with some of the safe havens, gold, silver, and Bitcoin. That'll basically do it for me. This is a trade of the week, or a Forex Maneuver mission, gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Some bearish sentiment, some divergence going on, and with that I will say knowledge is power. Be power hungry, and power to the people. Parsival signing out.